One more shout out to Nate Solder. All right, I went to high school with Nate Solder. Who's a Patriots fan out there? You know who Nate Solder is. He went to my high school. He was 2 years younger than me. I went to... Who's excited on a Monday or whenever you're watching this, but this published on a Monday? How's everybody doing? Good morning, good afternoon, or good night, all around the world. That's right, global, down in the comments. Let us know where you're watching from. And the question of the day, you're going to like it. It's a simple question. I'll ask it here at the end. But it's going to be fascinating to see what is the lineage, the experience level, the veteran status of DGR right now. All right, everyone. Who was active in, I'm going to say earlier in life, you know, whether it's elementary school, middle school, high school, even college, what sports did you play? Okay, was it football, American football? Was it soccer? Was it basketball, hockey, lacrosse, tennis? Whatever the case may be, who competed? Who was on the team? Who went to practice? Who, you know, maybe went to summer camps all around the world? I know there's sports, there's different areas of the world that have sports that are more popular than other areas, but let us know in the comments. And now, almost even more critical to ask, who is still competing in competitions for those very sports? Okay, whatever sport you enjoyed as in your youth, are you still competing actively in an official competition for those sports? And the reason I ask, all right, just quick side story. I was 5'2", 5'3", 5'1". I was not the tallest guy around in, let's say, 8th grade and freshman year. And then I grew a little bit, I think, between my freshman and sophomore year of high school. Muggsy Bogues, shout out to Muggsy Bogues, all right? Played for the Charlotte Hornets and I think a couple other teams. But I think he was 5'5". I'm 5'5". He might even be shorter. 5'4", 5'3", 5'5". He was not a tall guy. Bottom line, he was my idol. I looked up to him. I thought for sure I was going to be the next Muggsy Bogues. I played high school. I played basketball all the way up until, I believe, my freshman year. And then just realized, you know what? you warm the bench a little bit when you're, I think at that point I was like 5'3", 5'4", freshman in high school. Anyway, that's a story for another day, but I bring it up because we runners have a gift. Why? Because we, and all right, all the youngsters out there who are just kind of struggling to find their way in the athletic world, just letting you know, join the cross-country team. I know there's cross-country teams all around the world, okay? The cross-country team will embrace you, whether you're 6'7" or whether you're 4'7", you know, 6 feet 7 inches or 4 feet 7 inches. Although the basketball coach might recruit you if you're 6 feet 7 inches. But bottom line, the running world will embrace you. And what's beautiful, everyone, all right, here's the driving the point home, is that if you become a runner, and it's going to take years to really understand the running culture, the way of the runner, even in the modern world. But once you really instill it into who you are, it's a lifelong journey. You go from middle school to high school to college to that's a big transition. College to post-college, starting a career, starting families, starting a family, and you have to find the time to figure out, when am I going to turn that doorknob? But here's what's amazing about pursuing running long-term that I think a lot of other sports do not afford, all right? One more shout out to Nate Solder, all right? I went to high school with Nate Solder. Who's a Patriots fan out there? You know who Nate Solder is. He went to my high school. He was 2 years younger than me. I went to the University of Colorado. 2 years later, Nate Solder went to the University of Colorado. He protected Tom Brady's blind side. He was the left tackle, right? Am I getting that position correct? For, I don't know how many years, 7 years, 8 years, 6 years. And he won Super Bowls. I don't know, I was 2 Super Bowls, 3 Super Bowls with Tom Brady. But guess what? Will Nate Solder be playing football in a competitive sphere? He's probably 34, 33 right now. Will he be doing it in a decade from now? Probably not. But this is okay, thanks for, I'm driving the point home. I arrive in New York City for the New York City Marathon. I get on the bus, and I get off the bus, at the starting line at the Verrazano Narrows Bridge, who is stretching right beside me. I mean, everybody. What I'm getting at is that we runners, we get to share the same starting line as with the best athletes in our sport in the entire world. Kenenisa Bekele, all right, the second fastest as of this recording, second fastest marathon time of all time, set in Berlin. And not to mention a former 5,000 meter, 10,000 meter world record holder, gold medals, yada, the list goes on. And he's standing beside me at the Verrazano Narrows Bridge. And I'm just asking, like, all the high schoolers out there that are playing basketball, like, have you ever, I guess I'm throwback, like, did you ever share the court with Michael Jordan? Like, did you ever share a tip-off at center court with Shaquille O'Neal? So we're privileged. It's an honor to be a runner because we get to share these starting lines with, I'll just say, like, the superheroes of our sport. I digress. That's my little motivation on this Monday for all. Like, keep going, keep turning the doorknob. Good things will happen. It might take a long time, but good things will happen to you if you keep at it. Just keep at it, and you will arrive at starting UTMB. Okay. Walmsley, Francois, Courtney, and the list goes on. And just behind them, 10 feet, the rest of the crowd, the rest of the people, okay? Us mere mortals, like just behind the best in the world, Francois. I mean, how can you argue against him being, pretty much right at the top of Mount Rushmore, close to it at least, at this point in our sport. All right, everybody, there you go. Onward and upward, comment of the day, and then we'll get you the question. Actually, let's do the question of the day first. And this connects to what I've been talking about. How long have you been running? Okay, so maybe it's been 2 months, maybe it's been 2 years, maybe it's been 2 decades, maybe it's been 5 decades. Let us know, and if you care to share a story, feel free to do so. Mike Schofield, you get the comment of the day from last week's little motivation on a Monday. My inspiration back in 1964, United Kingdom, when I was 10 years old, was watching Brian Kilby win the AAA's marathon on BBC TV, which was the Olympic trial. My friends and me had a long race twice around the football pitches, with each of us wearing our white cotton singlets on a very cold day and taking the number of a Brit runner. I took Kilby's name and friends took Ron Hill and Basil Heatley's. I think I was second of the 3. When the Olympics started, I found out the date and that the Olympic marathon was scheduled and waited patiently for it to arrive. I told my teacher at school that the race was today and that I was nervous to find the result as I was sure Kilby would win. But he told me that the race had already happened overnight and Kilby had come in 4th place. Crushing disappointment. Oh well. Life is full of those. Mike, that's just a great story. I love it. Who knows some of those names? Let us know in the comments. Onward and upward. We'll toss it to that very, the America's Miler right there from last week. America's Miler. Oh, all right, everyone. Seek beauty, work hard, and love each other. Oh, I forgot to mention, the reason I'm wearing this hat today is for the Avalanche, Colorado Avalanche, our hockey team. It's like, this is the closest I'm ever going to get to a National Hockey League team. I'll just say that much. All right, right there. Seek beauty, work hard, and love each other. See you tomorrow.